This is section 483769 on Montana Avenue, just east of El Paso, Texas, still in El Paso County. Looking back to the west, back towards El Paso, you can see I just finished a intersection construction project there for the big loop here that they're working on, 375. That is, the work that they did appears to have ended almost exactly at the beginning of our maintenance control zone, which is fairly handy. All of the delineators and signs are still in pretty good shape. The numbers and crosses need some touching up, but the coordinator did not bring any paint out, so he said he'd come back and take care of that later. And as you can see, there is quite a bit of cracking along the center line. We have a few occasional transverse cracks. A couple of places where the center line joint or center line crack has been sealed, but for the most part it's still unsealed. There's station 1. A lot of these cracks are really difficult to see. The section had a seal coat when we started, and as a result a lot of the cracks, you can see, tend to fade in and out of the aggregate. The hotter it gets, the more difficult it is to distinguish them. The surface temperature when we started this morning was about 30, I believe it was 36, 38. It's worked its way up to about 42. That's degrees centigrade. Station 2. 42 works out to be about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Or almost 120 actually. I'm sorry. Again, you can see where a lot of these cracks are fairly difficult to see. You have to get the angle of the sun just right. Fortunately, we're kind of walking into it this morning, which made it a little bit easier. Station 4. Again, this is US 62, or more commonly known as Montana Avenue, just on the eastern fringe of El Paso city limits. This is the GPS site here on Montana Avenue, 483769. Again, all the delineators are in pretty good shape. They need a little bit of work on their numbers, but everything else is looking pretty good. Looking to the west, we will be proceeding to the SPS 3 site here on Montana Avenue, 48L3. Looking back to the west towards El Paso and over the GPS site. And with that, I'll conclude the video here for section 483769 on US 62 Montana Avenue in El Paso, Texas.